Cool. So my name's Dean Pemberton. So I work for InternetNZ in New Zealand, and yeah, so I was the moderator for the IPv6 and mobile networks presentation this morning. So it was really an event that grew on the one 6 months ago that we started in Cambodia, where we had a couple of the region's mobile carriers come in and start to tell us that they were implementing IPv6 throughout their network, something which most carriers had said was, too hard or never happened before. So, 6 months ago we were starting to see people just putting it into trials, but the presentation this morning had some great news from Cameron at our team Mobile that that they've gone one step further and implemented effectively an IPv6 only network. So yeah, really proving that it's not so much is this a possibility, but it's absolutely happening. So yeah, that was really exciting. So one of the key points made by Cameron was that effectively T-Mobile did this IPv6 rollout for no money. So because they had planned ahead and worked with their vendors on the roadmap, implementing IPv6 across their network didn't actually end up costing them any more. The other point that he made was a lot of carriers are considering doing dual stack, so IPv4 as well as IPv6, but that doesn't really solve the problem of IPv4 exhaustion. Just because you're running v6, if you still have to run v4, you're going to run out and have the same problems anyway. So in terms of T-Mobile's future, they were really seeing that that an IPv6 only network was the only real way to solve the problems around IPv4 exhaustion. We had another presentation which took us through the 3GPP standards and had a look at what the impact was for your network from turning IPv6 on at each of the standards points, and just really going through that while there's some complexity around that there aren't really any large showstoppers there. So that was really heartening for those sort of mobile operators who really like to stick to that standards approach, to know that they can now do it safely without deviating too much was good. So a lot of the reluctance from carriers in the past to embrace v6 has been, if they put all of this effort into building the network, are people actually going to be able to go down to their local shop and buy handsets that are going to use it? And that's probably been a valid point, but Samsung's just come out and said basically that their entire Galaxy range now supports v6, plus it supports a lot of the features that carriers need to make the transition to v6 easier. So yeah, so now you've got you've got case studies within the carrier world that say that people have done it. You've got standard support. You've got handset support, and not only high-end handsets, but handsets across the whole range making support. So really, the story now is almost complete. If you were a mobile carrier now looking to deploy a new network and you weren't looking to do it either on v6 or with v6 being a huge part, you're clearly getting something wrong. A lot of the things we heard was, just start early, get with your vendors and start talking to them, make sure that they have a good v6 story. And yeah, just that eventually it's going to be inevitable. Eventually you will be moving there. So doing it as soon as possible in a nice, orderly fashion is by far the safest way of going.